Life is not as it seems, it is as you assume it to be. The world you see, the experiences you live, and the emotions you feel are reflections of your inner beliefs. If happiness feels elusive, it's not because life has conspired against you, it's because you have yet to align with the truths that govern creation. Today, I invite you to embrace 7 harsh truths that, once accepted, will unlock the door to a life of true joy and fulfillment. Remember, you are not a passive observer of life, you are its creator. Your inner world is the foundation upon which your entire reality is built. To understand this is to hold the key to profound transformation. Everything you see, experience, and interact with is not separate from you, but is intimately connected to your assumptions, beliefs, and the dominant thoughts that dwell within your mind. The outer world is but a shadow of your inner state, a mirror reflecting back to you the truths you hold about yourself and the world. Imagine for a moment that your mind is like fertile soil, and every thought, whether consciously chosen or unconsciously repeated, is a seed. The life you are living now is simply the harvest of those seeds. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and lack, your reality will bear fruit of the same kind experiences that confirm those fears and deepen your sense of scarcity. But if you choose to plant seeds of abundance, love, and possibility, your life will transform to reflect those virtues in ways you might have never thought possible. This is not mere philosophy, it is a law as immutable as gravity. What you persistently feel and believe in your imagination is impressed upon the unseen substance of reality and manifests as the circumstances of your life. The question then becomes, what are you impressing upon the world with your thoughts? Are your dominant feelings those of gratitude and joy, or are they of resentment and despair? The state of your inner world determines everything. Yet, so many people live as though they are victims of external forces, powerless to change their circumstances. They fail to recognize that their reality is not an accident or the result of random chance. It is a creation, one that they themselves have authored knowingly or unknowingly. If you can grasp this truth, you will no longer look outward for validation or blame others for your misfortunes. Instead, you will turn inward to the only place where true power resides and take full responsibility for your life. The process of reshaping your inner world begins with awareness. You must become conscious of the thoughts you habitually think and the emotions you continuously feel. Are they aligned with the life you desire, or are they reinforcing the very limitations you wish to escape? If your thoughts are unloving, judgmental, or filled with doubt, they are shaping a reality that mirrors those qualities back to you. To change your life, you must first change your mind. This inner work is not always easy, for it requires you to face truths about yourself that you may have long avoided. It demands that you release old patterns of thought and belief that no longer serve you, even if they feel familiar and safe. But know this, the moment you begin to consciously redirect your focus and align your inner world with the desires of your heart, the outer world must shift to accommodate this new state of being. This is the power you hold. The greatest challenge is often in maintaining this alignment when the outer world appears unchanged. Doubt creeps in, tempting you to believe that nothing is happening, that your efforts are in vain. But understand, the outer world is simply lagging behind the inner transformation. Hold firm in your faith, or the world will inevitably catch up to reflect the changes you have made with it. To live a happy life, you must become a guardian of your inner world. Speak to yourself in ways that uplift and empower. Visualize a life of joy and abundance until it feels as real to you as the air you breathe. When you encounter circumstances that seem unfavorable, remind yourself that they are but echoes of past states, and you are no longer bound by them. Stay true to the vision within you, for it is the blueprint of the life you are creating. Happiness is not something that you chase in the external world. It is something you cultivate within. The truth is, you already possess everything you need to live a fulfilling life. The power to create, to transform, and to experience boundless joy resides within you. Embrace this truth, and you will discover that the outer world, like a faithful mirror, will rearrange itself to reflect the beauty and harmony of the inner world you have chosen to nurture. You are not a passive participant in life, subjected to the whims of chance or the decisions of others. You are the creator of your circumstances, the architect of your reality, and the master of your destiny. This truth, while empowering, can feel overwhelming at first, especially when life you are living seems far from the one you desire. However, the moment you accept this, you awaken to a profound power within yourself, one that can transform your experiences no matter how difficult or limiting they may currently appear. Every event, every relationship, every opportunity or lack thereof is shaped by your consciousness. Life is not happening to you, it is happening through you. The energy you emit, the thoughts you persistently think, and the beliefs you hold all act as a magnet, drawing corresponding experiences into your life. If you believe yourself to be powerless or unworthy, life will reflect that back to you in the form of struggles, disappointments, and missed opportunities. Conversely, when you see yourself as capable, abundant, and deserving of love and success, your reality will begin to align with those beliefs. This is not about blame, it is about responsibility. Taking responsibility for your life is not an admission of guilt or self criticism, it is an act of liberation. It means recognizing that no matter what has happened in the past or what is happening now, you have the power to change your story. Your life is not set in stone. It is fluid, shaped moment by the thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, and the visions you hold in your mind. The circumstances you face today are the results of past beliefs and choices, but they do not define what your future must be. To step into the role of creator, you must first let go of the notion that life is random or that you are at the mercy of forces beyond your control. Begin to see every challenge, every setback, and every triumph as a reflection of the inner workings of your mind. If there is a recurring pattern in your life, whether it's in relationships, finances, or health, it is not a coincidence. It is an invitation to look inward, to identify the beliefs and assumptions that are perpetuating those patterns, and to consciously choose a new way of thinking. Creation begins with intention. What do you truly desire? Not what society tells you to want or what others expect of you, but what your heart calls for. Once you are clear on this, immerse yourself in the feeling of having already achieved it. Imagine the life you want to live with such vivid detail and emotion that it feels real to you now. This is not wishful thinking, it is the act of aligning your inner state with the reality you wish to create. The more deeply you embody this state of being, the more powerfully you will attract circumstances that match it. It is important to understand that creation is not always instantaneous. There is often a period of gestation, a time when the seeds you have planted within begin to grow. During this time, it is easy to doubt or to fall back into old patterns of thinking, especially if the outer world has not yet caught up to your new vision. Resist this temptation. Trust in the process, knowing that the universe is rearranging itself to bring your desires into form. Stay steadfast in your focus and unwavering in your belief. Many people give up their creative power by focusing on what they do not want. They dwell on problems, complain about circumstances, and allow fear to dominate their thoughts. What they fail to realize is that by giving their attention to these unwanted aspects, they are amplifying them and giving them more power. As a creator, you must discipline your mind to focus on what you want to experience, not on what you wish to avoid. Where your attention goes, energy flows, and reality follows. Ultimately, the power to create lies in your ability to feel as though your desires are already fulfilled. When you live in this state, the outer world has no choice but to conform. You are a creator, not by force, but by alignment. The universe is your collaborator, responding to the energy you emit and the visions you hold. Embrace this role fully, and you will discover that the life you dream of is not something you chase, it is something you create moment by moment from within. Struggle is often misunderstood, seen as an obstacle or punishment that stands in the way of happiness. Yet, if you look deeper, you'll find that struggle is not something to fear or avoid, but something to embrace as an essential part of growth. Just as a seed must push through the darkness of the soil to reach the light, so too must we face challenges to uncover our true potential. Struggle is not your enemy, it is your greatest teacher, guiding you toward the strength and wisdom that lies dormant within. When you encounter difficulties, it is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that life is unfair or that you are somehow being singled out for hardship. However, every challenge you face is an opportunity for transformation. Life is not happening to you but for you, and every struggle carries with it a lesson that, once learned, elevates you to a higher state of being. The discomfort you feel in these moments is the friction of growth, the necessary tension that stretches you beyond your current limitations. Consider the caterpillar that must endure the confines of the chrysalis before it can emerge as a butterfly. During this process, it appears as though the caterpillar is trapped, struggling against the constraints of its cocoon. But this struggle is not a punishment, it is the mechanism through which the caterpillar transforms. Without the effort required to break free, its wings would never develop the strength needed for flight. Similarly, the struggles you face are not there to break you, but to prepare you for the life you are meant to live. It is in the moments of greatest difficulty that you discover who you truly are. Struggle strips away the superficial, forcing you to confront your deepest fears and insecurities. It reveals the parts of you that are ready to evolve and invites you to step into a greater version of yourself. These moments of challenge are not random, they are perfectly tailored to your growth, designed to help you uncover the power and resilience that already exist within you. When you resist struggle, you prolong your suffering. Resistance comes from a place of fear, a desire to hold on to familiar even when it no longer serves you. But growth requires surrender and acceptance of what is and a willingness to move through it. The sooner you stop fighting against the struggles in your life and instead ask, what is this here to teach me, the sooner you will find the strength and clarity needed to overcome them. Each challenge carries a gift, but it is up to you to claim it. Struggle also teaches you gratitude. When life flows effortlessly, it is easy to take things for granted. But when you have fought for something, when you have endured the trials and persevered through the darkest moments, the joy of achieving it is magnified. Struggle deepens your appreciation for the blessings in your life and reminds you that nothing worth having comes without effort. It grounds you in the understanding that true happiness is not found in avoiding hardship, but in overcoming it. It's important to recognize that struggle is not a sign of failure, but a natural part of the journey. Even the most successful and fulfilled individuals have faced their share of challenges. What sets them apart is not the absence of struggle, but their willingness to confront it with courage and determination. They see each setback as a stepping stone, each failure as a lesson, and each hardship as an opportunity to grow stronger. This mindset transforms struggle from something to dread into something to embrace. When you begin to see struggle as a gift, your relationship with life changes. You stop fearing the unknown, stop clinging to the safety of your comfort zone, and instead step boldly into the challenges that come your way. You realize that every struggle is a chance to rewrite your story, to shed old limitations, and to rise into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Struggle is not a detour, it is the path. In the end, the struggles you face are not what define you, it is how you respond to them that shapes your life. Will you allow them to defeat you, or will you rise above them, using them as fuel for your growth? The choice is yours. Embrace struggle as a necessary part of your journey, and you will find that it leads you to a life richer, deeper, and more meaningful than you could have ever imagined. Letting go is one of the most powerful yet misunderstood principles of a happy life. It is often seen as a loss, a surrender of something precious, or a failure to hold on to what you believe you need. But the truth is, letting go is not about losing, it's about creating space. When you cling to the past, to pain, or to fear of the future, you bind yourself to a state of stagnation, unable to move forward or fully embrace the present. Letting go is an act of liberation, a choice to release what no longer serves you so that you can receive what truly aligns with your highest good. Many people struggle with letting go because they equate it with giving up. They feel that holding on is a sign of strength, a testament to their determination or loyalty. But in reality, clinging to something that no longer brings joy, growth, or peace is not strength, it is resistance. True strength lies in the courage to release, to trust that what is meant for you will find its way to you, and to believe that letting go creates room for new blessings to enter your life. The first step in letting go is acknowledging what you are holding on to and why. Perhaps it's an old relationship that has run its course, but you fear the emptiness it might leave behind. Or maybe it's a past mistake that continues to weigh you down, filling you with regret and self-doubt. It could even be a dream you once had that no longer resonates with who you've become, but you feel obligated to pursue it because of the time and energy you've invested. Whatever it is, recognize that holding on does not change the past or control the future. It only robs you of your present peace. Letting go is not an act of forgetting or dismissing what once was. It is a process of honoring the role that people, experiences, or emotions have played in your life, while choosing not to let them define you or dictate your future. It's about accepting what cannot be changed, forgiving yourself and others, and moving forward with an open heart. Forgiveness is a key part of this process, not because it absolves others of their actions, but because it frees you from the burden of carrying resentment. To forgive is to reclaim your power and to choose freedom over pain. One of the greatest barriers to letting go is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of loss, and fear of vulnerability keep you clinging to what feels safe, even when it no longer brings you joy. But consider this: when you hold tightly to something, your hands are too full to receive anything new. Letting go is an act of trust, not only in the flow of life, but in your own ability to navigate it. It is a declaration that you are willing to embrace change, to believe in possibilities beyond what you can currently see, and to open yourself to greater opportunities. Letting go also requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing it as an ending, view it as a beginning. When you release what no longer aligns with your highest self, you create space for something better to take its place. The universe abhors a vacuum. And when you let go, you invite new energy, experiences, and connections into your life. This is not wishful thinking, it is a law of nature. Just as a tree sheds its leaves in autumn to prepare for new growth in spring, so must you release what no longer serves you to make room for the blessings yet to come. The practice of letting go is not a one-time event, it is a continual process. Life is ever changing, and as you grow, you will find that what once felt essential may no longer resonate. Honor this evolution. Trust that each phase of your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and that by releasing the old, you are aligning yourself with the natural flow of life. Ultimately, letting go is an act of self-love. It is a recognition that your happiness and well-being are worth more than any attachment to pain, regret, or fear. It is a commitment to yourself to live fully in the present, free from the chains of the past or the weight of what might come. When you let go, you step into the freedom to create, to experience, and to thrive. You become open to the endless possibilities that life has to offer. And in that openness, you find the peace and joy that you've been seeking all along. Faith is the cornerstone of all creation, the invisible force that bridges the gap between what is and what could be. It is not merely wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is a deep, unwavering belief in the reality of what you desire, even before it has taken form in the physical world. Faith is the substance of transformation, the foundation upon which dreams are built. To live a happy and fulfilling life, you must understand that faith always precedes manifestation, for it is through faith that the unseen becomes seen. The journey to manifesting your desires begins in the mind. Everything you wish to create, achieve, or experience must first exist as a thought, a vision, a feeling within you. But thought alone is not enough. It is faith that breathes life into that vision, that gives it substance and form. Faith is the conviction that your desired reality is not only possible, but inevitable, regardless of the current circumstances or the evidence of your senses. When you live in faith, you align yourself with the truth that all things are possible, and the universe begins to arrange itself to bring your desires to fruition. One of the most profound aspects of faith is its ability to transcend doubt and fear. Doubt is the voice of limitation, the whisper that tells you your dreams are too big, your goals too ambitious, your circumstances too unyielding. Fear is its partner, a force that keeps you rooted in the familiar, afraid to take the risk necessary for growth. Faith, however, is the antidote. It silences doubt and calms fear, reminding you that your power lies not in your circumstances, but in your belief. To have faith is to trust in the unseen, to know that even when the path is unclear, the destination is certain. Faith requires action, but not in the way you might think. It is not about forcing outcomes or controlling every detail of how your desires will manifest. Instead, it is about acting as though what you desire is already yours. This means aligning your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with the reality you want to create. If you desire abundance, for example, faith calls you to think and feel as though you are already abundant, to carry yourself with the confidence and generosity of someone who knows their needs are always met. In this way, faith becomes a state of being, a way of living that magnetizes your desires to you. It is important to understand that faith is not dependent on external validation. Often people wait for signs or evidence before they allow themselves to believe. But this is not faith, it is reaction. Faith asks you to believe first, to hold firm to your vision even when there is no physical proof. This can be challenging, especially when the outer world seems to contradict your desires. But remember, the outer world is a reflection of past beliefs and actions, and it takes time for new seeds of faith to bear fruit. Patience is a necessary companion to faith, for the unfolding of your desires happens in divine timing, not human timing. The practice of faith also requires letting go of how and when your desires will manifest. The need to control these details is rooted in fear and doubt, not trust. Faith calls you to surrender, to release your attachment to the outcome, and to trust in the wisdom of the universe. This does not mean giving up on your desires, it means trusting that they will come to you in the way and time that are best for your growth and happiness. Surrender is not a weakness, it is a powerful affirmation of your belief that all is unfolding perfectly. Faith transforms you as much as it transforms your circumstances. It changes the way you see yourself and the world. It opens your eyes to possibilities you may have overlooked and opportunities you may have dismissed. It teaches you to trust in your inner power, to recognize that you are a co-creator with the universe. Through faith, you come to see challenges not as obstacles but as stepping stones, each one guiding you closer to your desires. Above all, faith brings peace. It frees you from the constant worry and striving that come from trying to control every aspect of your life. When you live in faith, you trust that everything is working out for your highest good, even when the path is unclear. This trust allows you to live with a sense of ease and joy, knowing that you are always supported and that your desires are on their way to you. Faith is not something you must strive to attain, it is a quality you already possess. It is the part of you that dreams, hopes, and believes in something greater than yourself. To cultivate faith, you must nurture it with your thoughts, affirm it with your words, and embody it in your actions. As you do, you will discover that faith is not just the precursor to manifestation, it is the very essence of a happy and fulfilled life. Faith is the foundation of all creation, a force so profound that it holds the power to transform your reality. It is not merely a passive hope or wish, it is an active state of belief and unshakable trust in the unseen. Faith is the bridge between your desires and their fulfillment, the invisible thread connecting your inner vision with the outer world. To live a truly happy and fulfilling life, you must understand and embrace the principle that faith precedes all manifestation. It is the engine that drives your actions, the compass that guides your thoughts, and the anchor that steadies you through life's uncertainties. Faith begins within. It is born in the mind and nurtured in the heart, fueled by the belief that what you desire is not only possible, but already unfolding. This is not about blind optimism or ignoring the challenges of reality. It is about perceiving beyond the limitations of the physical world. Faith asks you to see the end result before it materializes, to trust that the journey will unfold as it should, even if the steps are not yet clear. It is the deep knowing that you are connected to a source of infinite possibilities, and that this connection empowers you to shape your life in alignment with your highest aspirations. One of the greatest gifts of faith is its ability to silence fear and doubt. These two forces are the primary obstacles to progress, whispering that you are not capable, that your dreams are out of reach, or that the risks are too great. Faith, however, counteracts these voices with the assurance that all things are possible. It shifts your focus from what could go wrong to what could go right, from scarcity to abundance, from limitation to infinite potential. When you operate from a place of faith, you cultivate a mindset of courage and resilience, enabling you to move forward even in the face of uncertainty.